Hello, it's Learn How to Read. I hope that you can hear me because my voice is not the best. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. However, I'm going to be showing you a really easy homemade chicken soup recipe. It's as close to homemade as you can get. All the homemade goodness without all the extra prep work and time. Excuse me, and some homemade extra secrets that's gonna kick it up a notch. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is all the way from step A to step C. And step A is making sure your pot is clean. I haven't used this pot in a while, so it has a little bit of dust on it, so I'm just gonna rinse it off and I'll be right back. My strength when got water on the floor. Water on the floor. Water on the floor. Every time I turn around, you got water on the floor. Water on the floor. Water got to go. Okay. Boom. Bam. Clean and dust-free pot. I used this pot a couple of weeks ago to make some turnip greens. I mean, not turnip greens, spinach. Excuse me. I used this pot to make spinach greens. Because you'll never know the difference by the time I get done adding all that meat and grease and salt. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it, just like this. This is going to be real easy. We ain't cutting up no chicken breast. We have ground chicken, organic ground chicken. I'm sick. I'm tired. I just want to make this soup. I didn't want to buy a soup to put in the microwave or heat it up because my husband, he wants to eat soup for dinner too. So I got to make enough for us. Then I have chicken broth, and this is really not too many people make their own chicken broth nowadays anyway, so sometimes I do, most of the time I don't anyway, so this really gonna be a whole bunch of homemade going on. And then instead of all that cutting and chopping vegetables, we have our vegetables already cut and chopped home style. This was actually a nice find. I wasn't expecting to find this. I thought I was going to have to go to the frozen section. But this is cut up celery, onions, and carrots, which is what I put in my chicken soup anyway. And then for extra goodness, it has potatoes and peas, which I never use peas in my soup. And I have on a shirt, this shirt is flowers, and then this thing is peppers. It kind of looks the same, but it's not. Anyway, I never put peas in my soup. I always do white beans. And I feel like I'm talking really loud because my ears are plugged. So I don't know if I'm talking loud or soft, but it's irritating. Okay, let the praise begin. So we're going to need a spoon. Just wipe it off. And we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil. Olive oil. Olive oil. Alright. Just a little bit. I would say that was about a tablespoonful. And just enough to coat the pan, slide it around. Alright. Turn the fire on. About, so mine go from low to high. I think high might be 10. So I have it on about almost 6.5. It's not quite to 7. It's not quite to 6.5, just a little past the 6. I'm gonna get my seasonings ready. So we're gonna do season the chicken. I always season my chicken, always. And I always cook my chicken as before I add the broth. I don't boil it in the water because I don't, just not how I like it. So I'm gonna get all my seasonings ready, not only for the chicken, but I'm gonna get my seasonings ready for the soup, and I'll tell y'all about that later. So for the chicken, we're just gonna do salt, pepper, and paprika. Salt, pepper, and paprika, because I don't know why I cannot make chicken without paprika. I just can't do it. Even if I'm making chicken Alfredo, it ain't got a whole bunch of paprika in it. Even if it's just a little bit, I just have to have paprika in my chicken. It's just how I learned how to cook. You can't cook chicken without paprika. And if you can, I wouldn't know nothing about it. I mean, my mom, she makes chicken all the time and she doesn't put paprika in it, and her food comes out really good. But as for me, I just haven't mastered the art of cooking chicken, or maybe I don't want to. I enjoy paprika in my chicken. So just a little bit, not enough to change the taste. Just a little bit. Just a few shakes. I don't know if y'all saw that. Black pepper. As you can hear, I'm doing a healthy amount of black pepper. Now I'm just trying to turn it up. And then salt, not a whole bunch of salt. I did about 10 light twists of things. That ain't a whole bunch for a pound of chicken. That's not a lot of salt at all. But you do want to have salt on the chicken, but I believe the chicken broth also has salt in it. I don't have the sodium free and I don't have the fat free. So what we're going to do, this is one of the hacks. So now you put your top on the pot. Now you can probably hear me better. And we're doing that because, what are we doing that? Because it's gonna steam and fry the ground chicken. So it's gonna really release, I guess they call it render the juices or render the fat off that ground chicken. And that's going to help with the broth. It's going to make it have a more homemade taste for the broth as well. Because we ain't going to pour out none of that fat and grease. We need that for the soup. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, let's see, what can we do? Let's get our seasonings together that we're going to use. Complete seasoning. It's called complete seasoning. It's in the international aisle in the Spanish section, next to the. It's next to the adobo. It'd be next to the adobo and stuff. So we're gonna use this. We're going to use some red pepper, crushed red pepper flakes. Oregano, of course. What is chicken without oregano anyway? And what is soup without oregano? Cilantro, just because. Basil, just because. Salt, pepper. We know with the paprika we ain't gonna use no more. We're going to use a little bit of onion powder. And then now let's stir our ground chicken. Make sure that it's not too big. We want to break it down. And we're going to cook our ground chicken until it's done. Until it's no longer pink. Ground chicken is easy because when it's pink, it's raw. When it's not pink, it's just done. So we want to cook it until it's just done. And we want to take the spoon and break it apart. And we're halfway done. This is the hardest part of the soup. And you can see it starting to render some of that fat and juice. And if I could smell, I would say it smells good, but I can't smell nothing. Alright, now this is another hack. We're going to use fresh rosemary. I keep it in the freezer because I don't use it all at once. It lasts longer. Thyme and bay leaves. But we ain't going to use it right now. I just wanted to show you something. We'll put it up. I know I'm half crazy, y'all. Okay. And that's going to really help us with the detox in the soup as well. All those herbs. That's really going to make a nice detox, get all that cold out of me and out of whoever. I'm going to try my little recipe as well. Alright, chicken's done. Ooh, that steam just burnt my finger. Alright, so now that the chicken's done, Lord, we should have did this. We need to open up our vegetables. So I'm going to put the top back on that because we have to open our veggies. And I'm just going to rinse this top under some water. Because only God knows whose hand's been on it. Take my can opener and get it open. So we've been going on. So far it's been 13 minutes. And when I tell you we halfway done, if I had this can opener while I was blabbing, showing you all the seasoning, we would have been good to go. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to stop it right about now. And this is chilling in water. So I'm going to pour that water out because we don't need it. Let me see. Yeah, it's chilling in water. So we're going to pour it out because we don't need it. We're going to add our own water or whatever. Alright, perfect. Now we're gonna add our veggies. And you know what? I probably should have got 2 cans because they sure is skippy on the they are extremely skippy on the celery. All that celery in the picture, and it ain't but 1 celery in the can. Shaking my head. So now we're going to turn the fire down to 4, and this is where we add our herbs and spices. So I'm going to do just a pinch of red pepper flake, and that's just for the detox. But this is going to be some good soup. It's going to detox. It's going to get these, it's going to get all the cold out. We're going to sprinkle some basil, not a whole bunch. We're going to sprinkle some cilantro, not a whole bunch. We're going to put some oregano. We put enough oregano in there, but not a whole bunch because we're going to have a lot of grain. Ooh, I just got a whiff through my nose. It smells so good already. I'm going to put 2 pinches of oregano. And that oregano is going to do us righteous. Shake of complete seasoning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did about 5 shakes of that. Okay, let's do our little bit of salt, not a whole bunch. Black pepper, not a whole bunch. That's not as much as I put on the chicken because we don't want the soup to be spicy or peppery. Onion powder, not a whole bunch because we got onions in there. Alright, now it's another hack. Fresh garlic, or we get the minced garlic in the jar already minced up, put in the refrigerator. So it's going to simulate fresh garlic, and that fresh garlic is really good when you have a cold. And we just going to put as much as you want. Alright, I put 2 good heapings, 2 forkfuls of garlic in there. Now let's stir it up. And remember, in the pot I still have the juice and the fat from me steam frying that ground chicken. So the vegetables are sitting in just a little bit of water, so it's not like they're not frying in oil. It's sitting in the water that's rendered from the chicken. Now we're going to take 2 bay leaves. I got 1 big one, 1 small one. So I'm going to add another small one. I'm going to add a medium size, so you might as well say we put 3 bay leaves in there. Okay. Then we just want to do a sprig of thyme. We don't want too much thyme because thyme is going to change the taste if we put too much. So that's that little thing. So 2 little things of thyme or 1 regular size thyme. And then rosemary. Rosemary is good in soup, homemade soup especially. So, you know, we can go all out with the rosemary, but unfortunately, I only got 1 sprig. So we're going to have to ration it out. So put our 1 sprig. In there. I wish I had more. I hate to use up all my rosemary. I'm going to save my last little bit for something else. Okay, you know what? I have some rosemary in my cabinet. Okay, I have some rosemary. Oh, hold on. It's trying to find me. It's trying to find me. I know y'all see me. Okay, I have some rosemary in here, so I'm just gonna add a little bit, not a whole bunch. Alright. Now we add our chicken broth. Shake it up. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Oh, you know what? Here go another piece of celery. I just found 2 pieces of celery. Hallelujah. Alright. So that one thing of chicken broth, not enough. It's barely enough to cover everything, so we're gonna add the second one. Because it's supposed to be soup, not stew. Especially once we let it boil down. Some of the broth is going to boil out anyway, so it's alright. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. I'm steady trying to smell. Can't barely smell nothing. Oh, I can't wait till I can smell something. Alright. Now, we let that, we're going to turn that fire down. We'll leave the fire where it is for now. But when we put it to 4. And then I'll let that bring it to a boil. Once it's brought to a boil, then we'll turn it down on simmer and just let it sit for about an hour until you take a nap and relax. About an hour. Let me show y'all what it looked like. Hold on. How can I? Oh, no. Hold on. I guess I can't flip it around. Alright. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. So that's the soup. Where's my spoon? Hold on. I want y'all to see all the yummy, the veggies and whatnot. And the fresh herbs, all the green stuff in there. Alright. Thanks for cooking with me. That only took 23 minutes. We didn't do no chopping. We didn't do no cutting. We just did what we did. And we're going to let that do what it do for about an hour.